Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to Civilization 5 as Babylon. And yeah, we're already having a better game than the last attempt at this one. This map does feel a little bit cozy though. Seems that we are quite close to some of the other civilizations. At least one of them this time isn't Pocatello, so that certainly helps. But we do have Hiawatha on our doorstep. Although I think he's going to be fighting with Rome for quite a lot of this game. Obviously, Shaka can be a pain as well. Hopefully, Ethiopia and Austria will provide a bit of a buffer between us, so we should be good there. What do I actually have you doing? Anything in particular? Oh, I remember. We were going over to the east, weren't we? We were going to try and find how everything connects up down here. You'll have to excuse me because even though I normally record these games in batches of 5, I just did episode 1, 2 and 3, so there's been a day or two's gap. So just trying to familiarise myself with what I was doing before. And we will have to sort of nip through the city-states territory because... Do we have open borders with... No, we don't have open borders with Rome. That's fine. Don't really need them. Oh, that was it. We tried to get open borders, but we didn't have the tech. Hiawatha has completed the Parthenon. That's fine. I've got a feeling we might be trying to take Onondaga at some point. It's nice and close to us. We need to pick a new tech now. I mean, we probably do want to head towards education, but there's a few other things we might want to pick up along the way. We're not really going to have an awful lot in terms of land trade, in terms of sea trade routes, so being able to get a caravansary might be useful. Do we really need sailing? Not so much, but we would get an additional trade route. Currency would be good as well. There's quite a few things that would be good, let's be honest about that. Let us go for currency, try and get some money coming in, and then we'll go through sailing and horseback riding. Actually, we don't even need the trade route yet. Currency, horseback riding, then sailing. We'll do it in that order. So a unit needs orders. You can't really go anywhere now because there's an annoying Zulu scout there, so you are just going to skip a turn. Worker has finished with that iron. Very good. Looks like there are still some more barbarians up there. I might actually go and take this this bowman up to see what we can find. Right, what do we want to upgrade with you? We haven't got an improvement on this citrus tile, so let's go and do that. Then we'll have a spare citrus to sell, and we'll also have a much better tile there to work. So we've still got quite a few tiles around our cities that need upgrading. But we're getting there. As long as we're not having to spend lots of turns fighting off barbarians, it will make life a little bit easier. Looks like they've got rid of those units, but I'm still worried that there's a barbarian camp around somewhere, so I do want to make sure that we get rid of it if there is. Definitely yes, let's get that salt upgraded. That will make this city a much better city. The only problem with attacking Onondaga, of course, is we are going to have to go across the river. And that tile is outside of city bombardment range, as is this one. But it is going to be difficult to attack it from this direction. Still, it won't stop us from trying. That is a barbarian horseman, which is not my problem, so let's head in this direction. Well, it looks like they are still being attacked, I just don't know where from. Plantation, yes please. We'll have finished the library in Akkad on the next turn. You still want to go to war with Hiawatha. Now, at least I know when I do go to war with Hiawatha, I could get Rome to come in on my side. The problem is I really don't want Rome to grab any of Hiawatha's cities because Rome is going to get stompy enough as it is. Now, you are friendly with us, so we can actually cut through your territory. So let's just do that quickly. We have finished the library here. What would we like to grab next? I guess grabbing another shrine could be useful. We are going to want to get some walls, probably over here for definite. So we could actually go and start on our National College. 24 turns. We will put that ahead of the watermill. Let's go and start work on the National College. And we'll travel down here and see what we can find. We've already discovered Wellington, but Caravan, where were you going? Let's go by highest gold. I really don't want to trade with Hiawatha because I think I will be going to war with him quite soon. Although getting the extra science could be useful. Still, we'd only lose 1 gold and 1 science if we sort of traded with Austria. And I think that Austria are going to be a little more friendly. It's a safer trade route, hopefully. There shouldn't be any barbarians in between us. And we can always get another trade route from Akkad at some point as well. So we're building a shrine here. We're building a shrine here. We are at the point where we could potentially get ourselves a great prophet. And there is the great prophet. So let us go ahead and we will found ourselves a religion. My usual icon is gone. Let's go and take Voltology. Because I did get a little bit told off last time for not doing that. So, what are we going to grab? Well, Tithe. Nobody's took that. It's always worth having. Any of the buildings? Are there any of the buildings left? Doesn't look like there is, which is a bit of a shame. So, what could we get? Extra culture from temples. Shrines for happiness. Shrines and temples provide food. Could be useful. Religious community is also quite good. And so is swords into plowshares, actually, if you're not at war. How long are we not going to be at war for? Do we want the production or do we want the growth rate? I think I'm going to go for the production. Actually quite useful. So there we go, we have Voltology. You're now kind of stuck around all these units, so we'll skip a turn. We'll get you through later on. We get you up onto this hill. We'll have a quick look over in this direction, just see if there are any barbarians, and then we'll bring you back. Terracotta army has been built. I think that was Ethiopia. I only say that because it seemed to happen on Ethiopia's turn, but I could be wrong. Ethiopia does have a second city that's in the fog of war, so it is quite possible. So, were you guys being attacked by barbarians? I can't see any around. I will just have a little look over in this corner of the map, because we haven't looked there yet. There we go. There is another city-state there. We found So that's a little bit of extra gold. Not too much. So Rome is quite an expansionist civilization. I also see there's a very forward settle Iroquois city down here. So Rome going to war with them does seem like it might be a very, very real thing. So we definitely want to try and get a few catapults and stuff ready so that we can potentially jump on the back of that if we get the opportunity to do so. Let's keep looking around down here. Babylon has grown, and you 44 turns until next growth isn't great. Let's take you out of that 2 production tile, and we do have a 3 food and 1 gold tile. 20 turns for the National College. I mean, it's not terrible. We'll keep working that tile because 3 production is 3 production. We could go and buy some more tiles, but I don't think we need to. We'll save the money. Sure, we'll find a better use for it. Really doesn't look like that there are any barbarian camps over here, but might as well do the exploration where we can. I think we're also going to need to get a Colosseum or 2 up at some point because we are struggling a little bit with happiness. Now we might be able to trade with Rome. Not a terrible idea. Okay, doesn't look like there's any barbarian camps over here. Also, if we trade with him, he might make him a little happier. He does have spare copper and silk. I don't have spare citrus. Not yet, anyway. How long is it going to take to... You're still chopping the jungle, aren't you? So that's going to take a little bit of time before we can do that. Let's go over here. We've found the land connection to where England is, anyway. We'll also have to start trying to get some of the city-state quests done as well. See if we can get a few of those friendly with us. 1 turn away from currency. There we go. Now let's keep heading over in this direction. Buenos Aires. We found another city-state. Another 15 gold. You have now finished the shrine. There's a lot of nice stuff that you could build. But I think what we will do is we'll get the walls built here. I think that's going to be useful. You don't have a lot of production going on there. At all. You're working that tile. Well, you are working some tiles with production. When do you grow? 6 turns. We can't really speed that up, so you should be okay. Unit needs orders. I think you guys can just head back now, to be honest. What city were you in? Were you in Babylon or what? You weren't in Akkad, you were in Babylon. Okay, you guys can come back then. Seems like the barbarian problem has been solved, so not a lot of point in you being there. There we go, 2 cities have grown. Now this one's not all that useful, but this one has grown to another citrus tile. So, is there a tile that we are working that we could swap over to that one that would be slightly better? We could lose 1 production to gain lose 1 production and 1 gold to gain a food. It's not really worth it. 15 turns until we grow. We don't have a lot of happiness. We could untick the production, but at the same time, I'd quite like to get that National College finished as soon as possible. So I think we will leave that for now. And we'll just keep using our scout to explore around down here. And we've got some horsemen nearby, so we're going to go and take this composite bowman, move him on top of the worker, just so that the worker is safe. The worker can carry on building the mine. So there is probably a barbarian camp up here. And of course, you know, I'm the player, so the barbarian's more than likely to come and attack me. But we'll see what he does. Yep, he's coming to attack me, of course he is. And he's actually moved away there as well, which is unfortunate. You guys carry on working. You guys go and fire a volley. See if you can weaken them up. Surprised I didn't just try and take that Iroquois caravan, but, you know, who knows. Let's move you over here. We'll go. I doubt there's going to be anything exciting down there on the south of the landmass, but we'll have a look. Now then, are you going to leave me alone, or are you going to attack again? Austria and the Iroquois now, friends. That's interesting. Looks like you're going off to bug the Iroquois. That's fine. Actually, there's an interesting bit of land down here that doesn't look like anyone's had a look at it. You guys can heal up before we go looking for that barbarian camp. I do really, really want to get some catapults as quickly as possible. Let's go down here and upgrade this wheat. We now have a much better tile there, so that's going to make us grow a little bit quicker, and it's given us some extra production as well. Salt really, really is a good declaration of friendship. I'm going to take it. We may go to war with him later on. It's definitely a possibility. Friendly trade route plundered. I'm guessing that that's going to be the one that he had with us. I mean, the only reason I was thinking about taking his capital is to slow him down, because we are quite close to one another, but he is willing to be friendly, and he might be useful in a war against Rome. I think Rome is going to be the bigger threat end game. I'm going to try and play this game as diplomatically as possible. Don't get me wrong, I will still be going to war with people. I'm going to have to, but I'm not going to do what I usually do and just rush into attacking people. We've got 14 turns left on the National College, but we can now take aristocracy. That takes us down to 12 turns, so we have saved a couple of turns there, which is good stuff. Is that the Celts? Yeah, we found the Celts down here. Looks like they're going to have a little bit of silver. Looks like they've got a fairly isolated start. So we are friends now with Austria and Hiawatha, which is really good. Do we have any research agreements yet? No. But we have declarations of friendship with 2 civilizations. Hiawatha is also the leader at the moment, so we are going to have to be careful. But we could just set Rome on him. But we'll continue to look around. Right, farm. Definitely want that. And who has grown? This city. So where have you chosen to work? 39 turns until growth, which is not ideal. I guess we could go and get the camp. Let's grab that, and then we can get 2 food and 1 production over here. 13 turns until new growth, and it still gives us some good production. So that's fine. That might actually upset Hiawatha, but we should be okay. He might consider that as a... Yeah, right, okay, Rome doesn't like us. That's hardly a surprise. Maybe at some point we will be bribing Rome to go to war with Hiawatha. I'm sure there's probably a barbarian camp up here. keep looking around. I doubt we're going to find anything useful. There might still be a city-state or two we haven't discovered. You want to go to war with Rome. I'm going to say no for now. He'll most likely come back to me with that offer at some point. I don't think I personally have anything to worry about from Rome, but I'd be quite happy now if they actually went to war. I said I didn't want Rome to get any bigger, and I don't really, but at the same time, Hiawatha is sort of leading the charge in terms of score at the moment. So we've grown in population here. You're working a 2-food tile. There's not an awful lot else around that you can work at the moment, to be honest. Most of the tiles you've got here are pretty terrible. We will have to get some farms or something. So let us work that tile for now, because we can upgrade that to a farm. And it still gives us the same amount of food. Just passing through, don't mind me. Yep, knew there was a barbarian camp up there somewhere. Not liking all these units that you have around at the moment, Hiawatha. Why don't you go and use them on Rome? I don't think he's a backstabber, though. I think it's very unlikely that he will declare war on me. I can't remember what his bias is. Discovered sailing. Let's go and do some damage to these guys. Hopefully we'll get the citrus very soon so that we can trade it. How long is it going to take you? 3 more turns. Choose research. Okay, what do we want to grab now? Is Machu Picchu already gone? Not sure if it has or not. Chichen Itza could also be good. Let us go for guilds. And then we'll go into ironworking so we can get a swordsman. We might sort of rush into physics and see if we can get ourselves some trebuchets, but I'm not sure we're going to need to now, as we're not necessarily planning to go to war with Hiawatha. Not yet, anyway. I'm sure it'll happen. Looks like we've got a bit of a mountain pass over here now. Choose production. What have we finished? We have finished the shrine in Akkad. So what do we want to get here now? Could get temples. We are good on happiness at the moment, actually. That's not... Well, we did get that salt. I suppose that helped. Lots of nice stuff here that we could grab. We still don't have a lot of production, which is a big problem. There isn't really anything we can build here that will help production. We're on a hill, so we can't actually... Well, we're not next... We're on a hill, so we can't build a windmill. We don't have a river, so we can't build a watermill, which is a bit of a pain. Do we have any of those things nearby? Not really, so it makes the granary kind of pointless. Let's go and build a... Happiness isn't a problem yet. Let's get working on a temple. See if we can get some more faith. Not very often I play a religious game, but it might be nice if we could get some more faith. So we'll see if we can clear this camp. It is near enough right next to our borders, so it will be worth getting rid of it if we can. Where are you guys? I think they'll be cleared out by the time you guys can get there, if I'm honest. 4 turns. Yeah, they'll be gone before that happens. Do I want to upgrade you guys for 110? Probably do. So let's go ahead and do that. So 2 composite bowmen now. Hopefully discourage the AI from declaring war on us a little. Surprised Hiawatha and Rome haven't declared war on each other at the moment. That is actually plains, but we normally go for accuracy anyway, so let's just keep firing on these guys. We should be able to kill them on the next turn, and then something will respawn, because that's always the way it happens. So, oh no, looks like we can still get around there behind the mountains. Good stuff. We're done with you now, you can just go on to alert. Now, after this turn's finished, let's actually have a look and see how many of the city-states that we have found. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So still 2 city-states that we've got left to discover. Let's go and finish you off. Now, hopefully, if nothing spawns there on the end of this turn, we can go and grab that. Keep you looking around here. Go and find where those other 2 city-states are. They might be down here south of Rome. I have spare citrus. Yes, I do. But unfortunately, I don't want any of that stuff from you. Do I want the gold or do I want additional happiness? See, you're willing to... No, you don't have any spare resources now either, do you? Does anyone have any spare resources they'd be willing to trade with me? Doesn't look like they do. Let us just take 7 gold per turn. We'll take it from Austria. There we go. I was hoping that we could find something to exchange it with, but at the moment it doesn't look like that's going to happen. That's a hill. It's another city there. You've finished the citrus, obviously. Now, we said we were going to go down and make that into a farm. We can probably do that one as well. What else do we have going on? You guys need to go and grab that. Another 37 gold. Excellent. Borders have grown. Do we want to be working that tile? It's a 3 food tile. Are we working any tiles that are worse than just 3 food? Doesn't look like it. We're working some that give us less than 3 food, of course, but they are giving us production as well. And if we're going to work a 3 food tile, we might as well work the citrus, because that's 3 food plus a gold. 4 turns away until the National College, so we're going to get the National College on turn 138, which is really good. And we'll have 1 more turn, and then that will be the end of the video. Bring this guy back, put him in the city. We'll save another gold per turn from Oligarchy. So now that that camp is cleared, you can get yourselves back to there. Take a few turns, but that's fine. Just have a quick look around here. There's Dublin. Unit needing orders. Yep, farm please. I guess we should scout out a potential location for a 4th city. There aren't really any good ones around that I can see. Not that are close by. I don't want to have cities that end up being too far apart. We could try and grab something coastal. There is a lot of fish up here. That 1, 2, 3, 4 I think is too close. Because that would give us access to 2 sources of fish. We could potentially go and build right up here, but again, there isn't really anything worth it to grab. We could always come down here and really forward settle Rome for the copper, but that doesn't sound like a good idea. Let's keep away from those barbarian bowmen, which are more than likely to come and attack me, because that's what always seems to happen. You are moving your units forward. Yep, renew that friendship agreement. Once we get education, we'll be able to start getting some research agreements as well. So we'll just finish off this turn. There's not an awful lot that we can do on it. Have you finished that farm already? Oh, that was the other farm. Okay, so where are we going to send you? I guess we could build roads and connect everything up. It's not a terrible idea. So we'll go and get some roads done. And that is all we can do. We'll just check. Yeah, we are working that, so it will improve the growth. But that is all we can do on that turn, and therefore that's the end of the video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.